we are going to learn about lines and angles. In this chapter, we have to learn about the line segment, rays, and the various types of angle formed, like acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, reflex angle. In addition to that, if we consider pair of angles, then few more type of angles are defined. They could be adjacent angle, a straight angle, linear pair, supplementary angle, complementary angle. If we consider two lines, then we can define vertically opposite angle. But if we consider two parallel and a transversal, then there is corresponding angle, alternate interior, alternate exterior, vertically opposite, interior angle on same side of transversal. Then the last topic is angle sum properties of a triangle, in which the sum of all the interior angle of the triangle is 180 degree and the exterior angle is equals to sum of the two opposite interior angle. These are the content. So let us start with lines. We have learned that the line is collection of point. Here line simply means it is collection of point, and we will focus over the straight line. Students, while putting these two arrow, the arrow indicate it can be extended in both direction. So line lengthwise, it have infinite length. So it have infinite length. Infinite means something very, very large which cannot be achieved. So that infinite length is indicated by putting the two arrow at their ends. Therefore, two arrows at their ends. So line can have any orientation. It may be vertical, it may be horizontal, it may be slanted. While putting the two arrow at their end, it is representing the line. The next one is line segment. Line segment indicates a fixed length of the line. Therefore, at their end, no arrow is placed, and over this, we are putting its length. Let us consider this as the 5 centimeter. So, students, line segment have the fixed length. It is marked as A and B. Line can also be represented by putting the two letters or two alphabets. Let us consider A and B, but still it is extended. So keep in mind, line segment have fixed length. The third one is our ray. Ray, if we consider a line, in that if one end is fixed, consider this as O, but other end can be extended. So it can be extended in one end only. Other end is fixed. Therefore, even if we consider the lengthwise, just in one direction it can be extended up to infinity. So it also have infinite length. These rays can have any orientation considering the point O. One may draw a ray which is going upward. At the same point, one may consider a ray which is slanted. So here we have the ray OB and OA. To indicate that, many times we are putting the arrow over it. So these are the meaning of line, line segment, and ray. Lengthwise, they are differentiated. Students, then our next one is angle. Students, angle simply means if we consider one ray or a line segment or a line, and with respect to this, if there is any other line or line segment, then how these two are inclined, this inclination is called angle. This angle is denoted by considering the three letters. Let us consider one ray OA, another ray OB. Then this is denoted as, this is the symbol of angle, angle AOB. Or this can also be named as, starting from B, coming to O, go for A, angle BOA, or simply angle O. But keep in mind, if from one point, if there are two angles, consider this as O, A, B, C. These are the three rays. Then you shall not use angle O, because this creates a confusion whether you are talking for this angle or for this angle or for this angle. But by default, if nothing is mentioned, then angle O means the largest possible angle at O. So students, keep in mind, if we have such kind of situation, in this situation, we have to specify the angle carefully. So in this case, angle AOB, or you may call this as angle BOA. But keep in mind, this can never be written as or called as angle O, because at angle O, there are three kind of angles. So a student, the other could be the angle BOC or angle COB. Never specify this as angle O. The other one is the bigger angle, angle AOC or angle COA, mean the same thing. Sometimes it is specified as angle O, but try to avoid writing only angle O, because that creates confusion. Therefore, wherever more than one angle is formed at the same point, then we should be careful in specifying the angle. Students, so this is about the angle. Keep in mind that this angle can be between the two lines also. Like, let us consider one line as AB, another line as CD. Then the various angles are formed here. One may mark this angle as angle 1, the other this angle as the angle 2, the other may mark this angle as angle 3, and this angle as angle 4. Students, we will learn that in this situation, this angle 1 will be equal to angle 3 and angle 2 will be equal to angle 4. This relation, where the angle are formed at the common intersecting point, means they have the common vertex. Then these two are opposite to each other. Therefore, these are called as vertically opposite angle. We will learn about this in more detail. This and this are opposite to this vertex. So students, keep in mind, while we are forming the angle, the common point that is formed, this point is called as vertex. And whatever this inclination which is formed here, this inclination is called as your angle. So this can be between the two ray, between the two line, or it can be even between the line segment also. So be careful, students. If we are considering the line segment, we may mark ABC. Students, even if we join this B and C, we are getting that it is forming a triangle. Then there are three vertices, one at A, another B, another C. And at these vertices, the angles are formed. One may call this as angle 1, the other at B angle 2, the another at angle 3, at angle C. So this is how the angles are formed. So we have learned what is line, line segment, ray, and angle formation. Now what are the various types of angles? Students, let us consider the types of angles. Angles are given different name based on their measured value. Students, how the angle are measured? Just keep in mind. So angle is measured in degree. Means it is the one of the quantity. So it has some unit. That unit is degree. So angle is measured in unit of degree. Students, this degree is denoted by whatever the measurement that will come. Over that we have to put the small 0 as their superscript. Students, we will see that there is another unit called radian, denoted as RAD. But what is this degree, radian, how they are related? This thing we have to learn in class 10th. It is not important here, but we have to just understand. For expressing the angle, we will express in the term of degree. Like, if we draw one line as this horizontal line and another line as this vertical line, whatever this angle formed, that will be denoted as 90 degree. Students, if we just take this horizontal line and even extending it backward also, then at this point, whatever this angle formed, it will be 180 degree. Students, if we consider this point, and at this point consider one complete round, this one complete round is called as 360 degree. So keep in mind this thing. So students, angle are measured or expressed in degree. This is the suffix, sorry, superscript, like a small 0, which indicate it is the measurement of angle in degree. Students, considering this measurement value, we are defining different type of angles. So students, this is based on measured value of the angle, or angle measured value. If the angle measured values is less than 90 degree, that is called as acute angle. So let us form one angle. So the very first one is our acute angle. Let us consider the acute angle. For forming the angle, we need at least two rays. So, students, if the measured value of this angle is commonly denoted by this symbol is read as theta. Students, means theta has some value 20, 30, 40, any degree. So this is how it is read. Student, this is the Greek alphabet like ABC. You may denote this by the X, Y, Z, any value, or if one is interested, one may denote it by X. Okay, student? For giving the complete name to this, we are consider this as O, this ray as A, this ray as B. So students, if the measured value of angle is less than 90 degree, then it is called as acute angle. So angle less than 90 degree. Mathematically, this can be expressed as, what will be the measurement value? Students, you have to take your protractor and you have to place it properly for measuring this angle. While measuring it, you will get that this angle will greater than 0 and less than 90 degree. Students, it may be possible to take even 0 also, but surely it should be lesser than 90 degree. How you can measure this? Students, you may take your protractor, like take this. This is my protractor, students. You have to coincide this. See, this is coinciding horizontally. Now let me take, what is the measured value? I have to start from here, students. Are you getting? It is writing 30 degree, increasing it. It have increased to 47 degree. Students, so any angle up to 90 degree is called as what? Acute angle. Means if we are considering our angle starting from this up to where? Up to 90 degree. Be careful, students. It is going up to 90 degree. Yeah. Is it okay? Means up to this much, any angle in between this 0 to this 90 will be considered as acute angle. Therefore, this ray B can go just before this 90 degree, means OB can be extended up to this much. Yeah, students. So it is what? So simply acute angle means the angle whose measurement is less than 90 degree. If this angle become exactly 90 degree, then it is called as right angle. Students, right angle means one, if we consider horizontal, then other will surely be vertical. At this time, this angle have the fixed value, only and only 90 degree. So the theta should be 90 degree. Students, means the angle value should be 90 degree, only one value. It is called as right angle. Keep in mind, here I have drawn this, one horizontal, other vertical, but need not the orientation be like this. It may be possible that one may take one line here and the other 90 degree. Let us consider the 90 degree. Students, 90 degree can be formed in either direction. Coincide this. Let us form the 90 degree. Yeah, say, oh, it have gone a bit ahead. Student, let us form the 90 degree. Here you are getting that. Reading is continuously increasing. Oh, sorry again, it have gone ahead. We have to take this up to 90 degree, the exact value 90 degree. If it is greater or smaller than 90 degree, see, means if this is one of the ray or one of the line or line segment and the other ray or line in this direction, then it will be our 90 degree. Students, so from this point we need to take this one. Okay, consider this as A and this point as B. So this angle is also 90 degree. Students, to avoid writing this as 90 degree, if we just make a small rectangle here, it is the representation, then it is 90 degree. Even if we consider one ray this one, another this one, and making a small rectangle here, this rectangle indicates this angle is 90 degree. Okay, students, so be careful. So denoted by a small rectangle, or you may call this as the square, that doesn't matter. Okay, student, at vertex, then that angle will be 90 degree. Example, this may be drawn in your triangle. Consider a triangle like this. Students, let us consider ABC. And at C, this small rectangle is drawn. It simply means this figure indicates that angle C is our 90 degree. Okay, so it is the default meaning. So this is called right angle. The next one is our obtuse angle. Students, obtuse angle are all those angle or a range of angle whose value is greater than 90 but it is less than 180 degree. Then it is called as obtuse angle. Say, let us consider this line and other one is this one. Here we are getting that our right angle line is just perpendicular to this. So if we have drawn this much angle, theta, this is greater than, so theta is greater than 90 degree. Keep in mind. So theta greater than 90 degree is simply called as obtuse angle, but it have the upper limit that it should not exceed 180 degree. Otherwise, one may consider like this. Students, this orientation can be anything, okay? Like it may be possible to draw like this. In this case, we are getting that this angle theta is less than 180 degree, but it is greater than 90 degrees, so it is obtuse angle. Students, one may think this is the also other angle form. Yeah, this is the also other angle which is formed, but this angle is not called as obtuse angle, rather this angle is called as reflex angle. That we will learn. Students, though here theta is our obtuse angle. Students, so reflex doesn't mean it is formed only at obtuse angle. It may be possible that the angle is like this. Here this angle is your acute angle. but still the opposite side angle formed. This is your reflex angle. Reflex angle for theta. What will be the relation? That we will write. So keep in mind, that's why this 180 degree is the upper limit for obtuse angle. Students, keep in mind this limit, very important. The other one is called as a straight angle. A straight angle. Students, if the measurement of an angle is exactly 180 degree, what do we mean by 180 degree? Means the other ray from this point should exactly opposite. At this point O, whatever this angle formed, it is our 180 degree. So exact 180 degree is called as a straight angle. Students, it is for one angle. We will learn later that if we are considering, say, this point O, and here another angle is there, this will be some value. Consider X, and surely this angle will be, this complete angle will be your 180, and this will be 180 minus X. Or you may say, if we have a straight angle and at this point, if there are various angles, consider this as the X, this as a small y, this as a small z, then X plus y plus z will be 180 degree, because this is the straight line which is formed, or a straight angle. Students, if we are considering these two angles only, it will be called as linear pair. Students, this will also called as the supplementary angle. If we are looking toward these two angles, then these two angles together called as supplementary pair. So students, keep in mind, considering this straight angle and more than one angle, means two or more than two angle, then this situation arises. If we are taking the pair of angles which are adjacent to each other and their sum is 180 degree, then they are called as the linear pair or supplementary pair. Students, if more than two angles are formed together and it is forming a straight angle or a straight line, then it is, their sum is 180 degree. So just keep in mind, while we'll say for the straight angle, mean the angle formed at a point is 180 degree. It is called as a straight angle. Now, students, the next one is reflex angle. Students, for reflex angle, we have to keep in mind any angle whose measurement value greater than 180 degree. Means surely this angle will be greater than 180, and we are knowing that at any point the angle form is 360 degree. So if this relation is satisfied, then that angle is called as reflex angle. Let us see how this could form. Consider this point O, this as A, and other ray which is like this. Consider this as the B, and you are looking for the angle from this side. Okay, students? So this side angle is surely bigger than 180 degree. Why, students? Very simple. If it could be the straight line, then only this much will be 180. So if we are starting from here and coming here, it is greater than 180. Therefore, this bigger angle is called as a reflex angle. But keep in mind, for this reflex angle, there is always some other associated angle on the other side. Like here, this side is what? One of the acute angle. So students, keep in mind, this side angle is called as reflex angle. Students, in this case, this angle is our acute angle. It may be possible that on this side there could be acute or obtuse angle. It may be possible that a smaller angle on this side is obtuse angle. What will be the reflex? The angle which is bigger than 180. So it will be the reflex angle. So just keep in mind what is called as a reflex. So reflex is always associated with one of the angle. That angle may be acute or obtuse or right angle. Students, it may be possible that this angle is the right angle. Example, if we consider this angle as the right angle, means 90 degree, and we want to get its reflex angle, then surely our reflex angle will be the angle greater than this 180, and that we can see from the other side, and it is with reference to this we are considering a student. So this angle we need to see. It is the reflex angle. But what we have considered on this side, it is called as our right angle. So student, this 90 degree, it is our right angle. So this way, reflex angle can be for any angle, say for right angle, acute angle, obtuse angle. Can be the reflex angle for the straight angle. Let us see. Students, very simple thing. Consider O, A, then draw it. We are considering our angle is this angle is our 180 degree. What will be its reflex value? This much will be the reflex value. It will be the reflex. And in this case, we are knowing that looking from downside is also a straight. So downward angle is also 180 degree. So question is asked from here, for which angle their reflex angle is equal? It is 180 degree. Students, what is the reflex angle for right angle? Students, we are knowing that if we consider this complete angle, say if we are considering OA, then starting from here, coming back to this one, this angle is our 360 degree. But if we make a small angle, say theta from here, consider this point as OAB, then excluding this theta, starting from this one and coming back to this one, this bigger side means this side, it will be called as reflex angle. For whom? For angle theta. Okay, student, like here we have seen for different kind of angles, their reflex are possible. Therefore, reflex of any particular angle is defined. How is this much? Students, we are knowing that at any point the complete angle is 360 degree. So if we are denoting this reflex angle as, so student, keep in mind the reflex of angle theta is denoted by REF theta. Okay, or you may write this as the complete reflex angle theta, or in short we may write this like this one. So students, at this point what we are getting, if we consider this point, this is our theta, starting from this and coming to this one, it is our 360 degree. But if we are just starting from this and coming to this is called as a reflex of theta. It means this 360 is theta plus reflex of angle theta. So students, angle theta plus reflex of angle theta is always 360 degree. Therefore, reflex value of angle theta, student, we will put the angle sign here and here, is equals to 360 minus the angle theta. Keep in mind. So this is what the relation of the angle with its reflex angle. Students, the question are asked. Very simple question. What is reflex angle for a right angle? What is reflex angle for a right angle? Students, the question is, what is the reflex angle for a right angle? We are knowing that right angle simply means the angle is our 90 degree. So what will be the reflex value? So reflex angle for this 90 will be 100. Sorry. Students, reflex angle for this 90 will be 360 minus this 90. It becomes 270 degree. So it's that much easy. Therefore, your answer is 270 degree. Students, for which angle their reflex angle is equal? Students, the question is for which angle their reflex angle is equal. So we are knowing that if we consider a straight line or a straight angle, means this angle is 180 degree, then other side which appear as a reflex will also be 180 degree. You may get it even by subtracting 180 from 360, that will be 180. Or student, mathematically we can also derive. Let us consider the angle theta, and then the reflex of angle theta will be given by 360 minus theta. And according to question, we have to find the value of theta, for which this theta and 360 minus theta become equal. Bringing this theta on the left hand side, 2 theta is equals to 360 degree. Divide this 2 in denominator, theta will come as 180 degree. So this way we can get or understand this by drawing the figure or by considering algebraically. Students, even the simple question is asked, what is the reflex angle for 75 degree? Students, the question is, what is the reflex angle for 105 degree? Means theta is our 105 degree. Therefore, its reflex angle is obtained by 360 minus 105. Go for subtracting, it becomes 255 degree. This is the answer. So this was all about the reflex angle. We have learned that reflex angle for any given angle is obtained by subtracting that angle from 360 degree. That's all. It's that much simple. Considering this, the reflex angle we have calculated for various conditions. These are asked in your MCQs. That's why I had explained this. Okay, student? So be careful. This way, considering one angle, we have learned the things. Now let us go for the pair of angles. Students, let us consider the classification of angle considering the pair of angles. So the very first one is called as adjacent angle. We can identify whether the given angle are adjacent or not. Students, the name adjacent simply means have something common or neighboring angle. Like neighbor, we are using the term adjacent in mathematics. Students, let us consider two angles which have something common. Let us consider OA, and another angle is formed by OC. Then here we are getting that for angle AOB and angle BOC, the ray or the side OB is common. So student, such pair of angle which have at least one side common is called as adjacent angle. Means they are touching each other with common side. So adjacent angle, so they touches with common side. This is the way of identification. Let us say, let us consider this angle as X, this angle as Y. So here X and Y are adjacent pair or adjacent angles. Students, let us consider one more case. Consider this as O, A, another this one B, consider this one as C, consider this one as D. In this case, let us consider this angle as X, this angle denoted by Y, this angle denoted by Z. Then consider this as E. Let us denote this angle by U. Students, in this figure we want to see the adjacent angle. Keep in mind, for looking the adjacent angle, it must have some of the side common. Therefore, if we consider X and Y, then this OB will be common. Then X and Y are adjacent pair. So in this adjacent pair or adjacent angles, we want to write X and Y can be adjacent. Students, but if we consider one X and another Z, see, we are interested in considering one as X, another as Z. Then see, X is between this one and Z is between this one. So between X and Z, none of this side is common, or they do not have any common side. Therefore, X and Z cannot be adjacent. So students, adjacent always mean they have a common side. Like here X and Y, Y and Z. Even if we consider Y and Z can be surely a student. We have to see where Y is formed. It is this one. And where Z is formed with this common side, this one. So this side is common. Therefore, this Y and Z can be the adjacent. Students, Z and U, they can be adjacent. All of these are adjacent pair. So just for adjacent, we have to keep in mind one side should be common at the common vertex. But keep in mind, students, one side doesn't mean if we are taking one as this angle theta, another this angle, let us consider this angle as x and this angle as y, then this x and y are not adjacent. Keep in mind, so they are adjacent with the common side and at the same vertex. So in this, x and y, they are not adjacent. So identifications are very important. So they touches with common side, means touches means they have common vertex also. This means have common vertex. So they must have, or they must have the common vertex and the common side. Like here we have low. If only side is common, vertex is not common, they will not be adjacent. This way we have learned about the adjacent angles. Now considering this adjacent angle and the earlier angle like 180 degree or a straight angle, various conditions are defined or various types of angles are defined. Let us see. The second one is called as linear pair. Students, the term linear simply means it is a straight line or a straight angle. How this could be the straight angle pair? It is the pair means the two angles have to be taken. So, students, the two angles have to be taken. Keep in mind the two angles. Okay. So if we take one angle, consider this one as x, and the other angle is such that this becomes a straight line, then this x and y together, they are adjacent pair or adjacent angle. Also their sum is 180 degree. So such a adjacent pair or adjacent angle whose sum is 180 degree is called as linear pair. So they are the adjacent angles, and the other condition is x plus y sum should be 180. Why? It is forming the straight angle now. You can see, or here we can watch that this is what the straight line which is formed here. So because of this straight line formation at this point, it is their sum is 180 degree, because at any straight line the angle is always 180. Okay, student, but this 180 is x plus 1. So students, if we have the two adjacent angle whose sum is 180 degree is called as linear pair. So write down the definition. The two adjacent angle whose sum is 180 degree is called as linear pair. So linear pair simply means the two angle together they shall form the straight angle. This 180 is called as a straight angle, and these two smaller angle are the linear pair. This is the condition for linear pair. Students, considering this straight angle, There could be the other situation. Be careful. And the question is asked. Consider we have a straight line in which at any point there is a ray which is inclined at 50 degree, then what is the angle on the other side? What is this? The question may be asked, what is the value of x? Very simple, students. Here, this is the straight angle. Since x plus 50 is equals to 180 degree, the reason we have to write, it is a straight angle. Therefore, x becomes 180 minus 50. So the value of x is 130 degree. This is the required answer. So this is how, knowing one of the angle, the other angle can be calculated. So students, how the other angle is calculated? For the linear pair, if one angle is theta, then other angle will be 180 minus theta. So this was note 1. Write down note 2. In note 1, I have explained, if one of the angle is given, then what will be the other angle for the linear pair? The same thing we can conclude that if one angle of a linear pair is theta, then the other angle of this linear pair will be 180 minus theta. Therefore, this theta and 180 minus theta for adjacent angle, for adjacent angles are linear pair. Again, keep in mind, students, while we are talking for the linear pair, surely we shall take the two angles which should be adjacent. Like it may be possible that one angle is like this one and the other angle is such that it is this one. Consider this as x. In this case, even this A and B is forming the straight line. So AB is a straight line. So whatever the two angle formed here, theta and x are linear pair. Therefore, we can write theta plus x as 180 degree. So keep this in mind. Irrespective of the orientation, if there is a straight line angle or 180 degree form, then it is called as linear pair. So this is about the linear pair, so and adjacent angle. Students, the next one is called as complementary angle and supplementary angle. We are going to learn the two new kind of angle called complementary angle and supplementary angle. Students, keep in mind, these two are slightly different from the linear pair, or it is not related to the adjacent pair. What is this? Students, if you are given with any two angle x and y such that x plus y is equals to 90 degree, then this pair is called as complementary angle or complementary pair. But if we are given with two angles X and Y. Any two angle need not be adjacent one. Keep in mind such that X plus Y is 180 degree, then such pair of angle is called a supplementary angle. So students, so X and Y are the pair of angles. Pair of any angles it can be. It need not be adjacent angle. So students, keep in mind here for complementary angle, the two angle need not be adjacent angle. Example, if we have the two angle, consider one is this one, say this is X, and at other place we have this angle Y, such that X plus Y is 90 degree, then this X and Y are complementary angle, or they are called as complementary pair. In this sense, they are for each other. As students, recall that for linear pair, we have learned that whatever this X is here, just touching this X, the Y need to be taken such that this X and Y should be adjacent. So here X plus Y is equals to 180 and X and Y are adjacent. This is the requirement for what linear pair. So that's why this linear pair is different from the supplementary angle. Students, so keep in mind for supplementary angle, the sum of any two angle is 180 degree. But for the linear pair, the sum of adjacent angle should be 180 degree. So right here, if we are taking any two angle, consider one angle as this one as X and this angle as Y. These are the two different angles, means they are not adjacent, but their sum is 180 degree. So here X and Y need not be adjacent. So such pair whose sum is 180 but they are not adjacent, then they are called as supplementary angle. But please note that this supplementary angle is different from the linear pair. In linear pair, the sum is 180, like in case of the supplementary angle, but it should be adjacent in linear pair. A student, in this complementary angle, the sum of these two should be 90 degree. Here, this X and Y need not be adjacent. Even it is possible that if we have a right angle triangle or even the right angle and one angle is X, another angle is Y, and if it is written here this symbol, then this X plus Y is equals to 90 degree. Okay, students? So keep in mind very few things. Complementary simply means their sum should be 90 degree, irrespective of whether they are adjacent or not. Supplementary simply means the sum should be 180 degree. So these terms are very important, students. Based on this, the question are asked. Considering this, how the complementary angles are taken, that is being asked. So write down the note. 1. Complementary angle for any angle theta is 90 minus theta. The second note is supplementary angle for any angle theta is 180 minus theta. Considering this, the theta and 90 minus theta are called as complementary pair. Complementary pair means they are in pair, means they are for each other to form the complementary. One should be theta, the other should be 90 minus theta. Or even if we consider one angle as 90 minus theta, what will be its complementary angle? That can be obtained by taking 90 minus of whatever this angle we are taking, 90 minus of theta. Again it becomes 90 minus 90 will get cancelled. What is left one is theta. So therefore this pair are for each other so that their sum is always 90. That is called as complementary pair. Students, similarly for this theta and 100 theta, they are supplementary pair for each other. Students, again keep in mind this supplementary, they are in the pair. It should be 180 minus theta and theta, or theta and 180 minus theta. Just many times students are getting confused how to remember this complementary and supplementary. Students, keep in mind or keep this comparison. Students, how to keep in mind? Keep in mind this complementary, it is starting with C. This supplementary starting with S. You are knowing that C is coming before. So take the sum of two angle which gives the smaller value. So this can be 90 only. So just keep in mind complementary is related to 90 because C is coming before this S. By that way you can keep in mind. So in order. So C is coming before S, 90 is coming before 180. So this way you have to keep in mind. If the sum is 90, it will form the complementary pair or complementary angle. If the sum is 180, it will call as supplementary angle or supplementary pair. Student, very simple questions are framed. Let us take one question. What is the complementary angle for 35 degree and what is the supplementary angle for 35 degree? Our question is find the supplementary and complementary angle for 35 degree. Very simple thing. Here we are given with one of the angle theta as 35 degree. Therefore, the complementary angle for this 35 degree will be given by 90 minus theta. It is 90 minus 35 degree. Go for subtracting. We will get this as the 55 degree. So students, the complementary angle for 35 degree is 55 degree. Now, for the supplementary angle is obtained by subtracting the angle theta from 180. Therefore, supplementary angle is equals to 180 minus theta. So supplementary angle is 180 minus theta. This is equals to 180 minus of 35. Therefore, it becomes 145 degree. This is the required answer. This way the two answers are calculated. Students, the question are asked even in different ways. Let us see. Our question is, if the smaller angle in a complementary pair is 3 times its larger angle, then find such pair. Students, we have to take the complementary pair. So let the angle be, or let the complementary pair be. Students, we are knowing that complementary pair is always taken as one as theta or one as x, then the other one is complementary, means that will be 180 minus x. Students, in this, any one of them will be smaller. It is up to you, and accordingly we have to calculate it. We have to find this pair, but this pair should satisfy this condition that the smaller angle is 3 times its larger angle. So let us consider this x is a smaller angle or a smaller part, and this one is the larger part. Then according to question, it is given that a smaller angle of complementary, sorry, it have gone a bit inverted. Students, it is the larger, not a smaller. Keep it as the larger, students, and this as the smaller, because larger is always equals to 3 times the smaller, not the smaller become equal to the larger. So students, understand the question. If the larger angle in a complementary pair is 3 times its smaller angle, then find such pair. Let the complementary pair be x and 180 minus x. We assume that this x is the smaller angle, 180 minus x is the larger angle. Then according to question, the larger angle means whatever this larger one that we are taking, 180 minus x, this is equals to 3 times its smaller angle, so it becomes 3x. From this we have to calculate the value of x first. Bring this x on the right hand side, so 180 is equals to 3x plus x. This x have gone on this side. This implies 180 is equals to 4x. So x become 180 divided by 4. Go for dividing. 4 4s are 16 and 4 5s are 20. So the value of x is 45 degree. Therefore, x is equals to 45 degree. This is one of the angle, one of the complementary pair, or one of the angle. Students, the other angle is 180 minus this x, that become 180 minus of 45. This become 135 degree. Here we are getting that this is the other larger angle. Therefore, our complementary pair is x and 180 minus x. X value is 45, so it is 45, and the other 180 minus x, it is our 135. So this is the required answer. This way, the question related to complementary angle can be solved. Students, let us understand few more things. So till now we have learned various types of angles, but regarding the straight angle and linear pair based question, just we have learned that linear pair or a straight angle. For linear pair, we have to just take the two angle. Like if at point O, this is the straight angle, and this x and this y, their sum is 180 degree. Students, it may be possible that at any straight angle, some other angles may be given. Consider this as x, y, and z. Then this x plus y plus z should be 180 degree. Students, it may be given that in place of this 3 angle, there may be the 4 angle. That may also be possible. Don't worry for that. Or even 5 angle there can be. Let us consider this as X, this as Y, this as Z, and this as U. Students, in this figure, it is also given that this angle is a right angle. Then what relation we can write? Various relations we can write, a student. Like, this is the straight line. So X plus Y plus Z plus U is equals to 180 degree. The other one, considering this symbol, we have X plus Y is equals to 180 degree. No, student, this is the symbol for 90 degree. So we shall write this as 90 degree. Since this part is 90 degree, the other side can also be taken for this 90 degree. This side can also be taken. So also we may write on this side Z plus U is equals to 90 degree. Okay, student? This is as per our figure. So considering this, the various questions are framed. Students, the question may be asked for this one. Consider this one. We have such a situation. Consider this as X, Y, Z, U, and we have another symbol also here, like this one. What relations can be written? Students, from here, considering this a straight line, we can write for X plus Y plus Z plus U is 180 degree. But for the right angle, we have to focus that it is this much part where this right angle is indicated, which includes your Y and Z. So Y plus Z will be 90 degree. Okay, student? So similarly, various situations are formed, and considering these situations, the questions are framed. Students, it may be possible that the question is framed like this. In this case, we have this angle as 90 degree. This is our X. No any more condition is given. Or even we may take like this, another one. Consider this as the Y. Then it may be possible to take. Let us consider this part as U. So Y plus U is equals to 90 degree. One situation. Another, it also appears this is 90 degree, means vertically and horizontally. So U plus X is equals to 90 degree. Okay, student? This Y and X can be derived here. So we can equate it. U and 90 degree will get cancelled. So Y become equal to X. This thing we have to use. Students, this situation we will come across, but one more small thing we have to know. The angle between two lines. Students, if we consider the pair of lines, let us consider the angle between two lines. Let us consider one line as AB, another line as CD. Here we are considering these two as the intersecting line. So be careful, we are talking for angle between two intersecting lines. Students, consider the angle between two intersecting lines. Here one line is our AB, this straight line, and the other straight line is our CD, this straight line. Then here we have the common point. This common point is called as the vertex. Be careful. Then considering this, we can have the various angle. Here this angle, we may call this as X. The other one, between these two, let us call this as Y. Between the other one, let us call this angle as Z. And let us call this angle as U. Then, students, if we are focusing over this vertex, then we can see that considering this vertex, on this side, one may consider this is like this, and other, this is just opposite to this. So just focusing this part and this part means these two angles are opposite to this vertex. So they are called as vertically opposite. Students, one may consider even this way. One may consider this way, this and this one. Again, for this, we have this and this angle as opposite to this vertex, means this angle, and this angle as opposite to this vertex. So such a pair are called as vertically opposite pair or vertically opposite angle. So be careful. Then we can write angle X and angle Z, means considering this vertex, they are on the opposite side, like this is one, this is the other, this is one angle form, this is the other angle form. So considering this, X and Z are vertically opposite pair or opposite angles pair. Similarly, one may look for the angle from this side. See, one may see for this one and the other to this vertex, looking for this one and this one. So this U and Y can be the opposite or vertically opposite pair. In short, it is written as VOA, vertically opposite angle. And it is found that, or even we can prove that, these vertically opposite angles are equal. Therefore, we can write that whatever the vertically opposite pair they are forming, like one is this, another is this one, they are equal. Angle X equals to angle Z and angle U is equals to angle Y. So this is written as vertically opposite angles and they are equal. Students, we can prove this. Even proof is very easy. Let us prove it. Students, let us redraw the figure. Students, let us consider the line AB here. While we are considering the line AB, from this we can write angle X plus angle Y as 180 degree because it is a straight line. So we can write angle X plus angle Y as 180 degree, or simply angle X, simply written as X plus Y is 180. The reason is they are forming the linear pair or as a straight angle. Students, after this, if we are looking for the line CD, means we want to focus over the line CD, from here we may write this angle Y and angle Z. So angle Y plus angle Z will also be 180 degree. So Y plus Z is also 180 degree. Why? They are also linear pair or a straight angle over the line CD. But earlier was for the line AB. Students, considering this thing, we have written this mathematical relation. Now see, the right hand side are equal. Therefore, from one end to their left hand side can be equated. So x plus y is equals to y plus z. Now see, y is same on the both hand side. So what is left is x is equals to z. Similarly, we can prove. Similarly, if we are taking the other pair, we can prove that y is equals to u. So while if you have to prove, just take one pair, prove it, and write similarly for the other. That is the way of proving geometry. So it is that much easy. Even prove is very easy. It is nothing but based on the linear pair. So do not forget to write. Please write it. It's very simple thing. This we have looked. Students, let us take this question. In this figure given, we have to find the unknown angle XYZ in this figure. It is given that two lines are intersecting, then we have to find this XYZ. Students, recalling that this 45 means this angle and this Y, they will be equal. How they will be equal? Because they are vertically opposite angle. So we can write that here y is equals to 45 degree. The reason is vertically opposite angle. So this way one answer is over. Now coming for the other x and z. Students, also we can write that this x is equals to z, but what is its value? How we can determine? Students, for determining this y, students, for determining this x or z, we have to take one of the straight line. We may consider a student like this straight line, then we can write 45 plus x is equals to 180 degree. So just both x and z are unknown, so leave it. Though x is equals to z, also we can write 45 plus x is equals to 180 degree. Why? The reason is it is a straight angle or it is linear pair. Considering this, the x can be determined 180 minus of 45. This is our 135 degree. This way the x is determined as 135 degree. Students, after determining this x, the y can be determined very easily, or just by watching we can observe that this this z is same as x, or use this equation. So also z is equals to x. Since these two are vertically opposite, if we are considering one angle this, another angle this, then this side and this side, they are vertically opposite. And x we have just calculated, it is our 135 degree. That's all. This way the three angles we have determined, and they are very easy. Okay, students, so question are asked. Question are very simple. It is based on applying the straight angle or linear pair, applying the vertically opposite angle, or applying the complementary or supplementary. Based on this, you please try for all the questions of exercise 6.1.